reading and transposition from level 10.1. So this one has an incomplete measure. An incomplete measure is when we don't get all the beats, like the number of the beats that's set in the time signature. Normally we would have to have 1 and 2, right? And this time 1 and 2 are missing. You can count them to know, what the pace or what the tempo of your pulse would be. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and go on. And then when we look at the last measure, these beats 1 and 2 will be here, but the beat 3 will be missing, right? Because when we have an incomplete measure, we're technically borrowing the duration of the pickup note from the last measure. Okay, now we're going to look and see what goes on here. So these notes are all skips, right? Lines. These are all lines. And this is a large skip, which is an interval of fifth. Do you remember the fifth is when you go from line and then skip a line and then you go to the next line? Or you can do the same with spaces. So fifths are actually easy to recognize. You see, you have fifths here. This is a fifth, right? By the way, this is a fifth. But now, if I look at the totality of these notes, what do I get? Let's look at all of these notes. By the way, my first note is, I'm in G clef, right? It's a G. It's a G4, E4, C4. So I'm actually playing a C major chord. So I'm going around the C major chord. But then my ending will be, so the ending is 4, 3, 2, and then going back to 3, right? We're coming up. And then check this out. My left hand is taking over this melody. It's exactly the same melody. It's going to be a G3. It goes down the chord and once again, and then it still goes to F, but in the left hand F gets finger number 2, and then it just goes down 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Okay. In the right hand, the remaining fingers would be 1, 5, 2 for D, and then 3 here. Here 5, 1, 4 for D, 1, 5. Here 1, 3, 5. And then we will go to the next one. Yeah, we're done. All right. So we can just look ahead for this measure and not really have to turn, because that would be the end of the piece. So now I'm going to set my hands. So left hand on C major position, right hand on C major position. So I'm sitting on C major position, and I will begin with my pickup note 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No stopping, left hand. So the two phrases, the two melodies, right hand melody and left hand melody, are very similar. So but instead of going to E, the second phrase goes to C, to the tonic, and that gives us a very strong sense of the end, right? And we can potentially call these two phrases question phrase and answer phrase. Okay, then when I look at the accompanying notes, like overall, I would have a large interval of fifth here. Then I have a large interval of fourth, and then I'm back to the tonic. And here I have a fifth, and then a second. So this is the layout of my hands. So what's the next step? We're going to learn this really, really well, and then we want to transpose it. Like, okay, let's do E major. So E major gets these two black keys, right? I'm going to set it, and I will play exactly the same fingers and same rhythms in E major. And then without a stop, there you go. And one more detail that I actually just noticed is that and it would be a really nice, piece of information for you, that fingers 4 and 4 go at the same time. That would be very handy when you're trying to coordinate. And here 2 and 2 go at the same time. 4 and 4 and 2 and 2 will be at the same time. That's it.